At Manhattan University, a graduate degree is not out of reach. You'll gain real-world skills, credentials employers value, and connections to New York City's top companies. Choose from their new Master of Science degrees in Healthcare Informatics, Digital Marketing and Analytics, Business Analytics, or Financial Analytics, all built around hands-on learning and industry partnerships. Graduate ready to lead, not just work. Take the next step at manhattan.edu/graduate. Manhattan University. Lead the future.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
And joining us now here on Katz and Cosby is the former Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy. Speaker McCarthy, what do you make of all these Democrats saying, well, Iran wasn't really an imminent threat, they should have been notified? What's your reaction?
I'm just shocked by that. How are they not an imminent threat? If they are able to get a nuclear weapon, the whole world is different. The number of Americans they killed, they say probably about 17% when you look at the battle in Afghanistan. In Afghanistan and Iraq. We watched what they've been trying to do to us numerous times. We watched them funding of their proxies around the world, attacking us time and again. And, the one thing, President Trump has been trying to negotiate with them for more than a year. He wrote him a personal letter to the let's work this out, but they could not have a nuclear weapon.
And they refused to. They wanted their nuclear weapons.
That's exactly what they wanted. Then they were going to hold the rest of the world hostage. Look what they're trying to do with the Strait of Hormuz. Look what they do around the world in funding these proxies that go. Look what they did to Israel on the attack. We've watched it time and again, what they have funded and what they go. And if the Democrats don't believe it, why don't they just listen to them? They say death to America. This is the Iranian government, not the Iranian people.
Kevin, the other thing, too, with all of this is also the Department of Homeland Security funding. They're still not funding DHS at a time where, boy, are there threats to the homeland.
I'm really scared about this because I will tell you personally, when I was the Republican leader, I had gone down to the border. What Biden had done is open it wide up, talking to the border agents. I was one of the first to discover this. We had caught more people on the terrorist watch list in 1 month of February than the entire 4 years of President Trump in the first term. And I had sent a letter even to the CIA director and others, worried about sleeper cells that will be created inside America. And here, this has transpired during the Biden administration. They're just letting people in. But here are the Democrats not funding the Homeland Security. After they voted for the exact same bill just a few weeks prior, they're not funding the Coast Guard. They're not funding TSA. They're not funding the Secret Service. If there is some attack in America, they've got to look directly at themselves. They've got to put Americans first and say, enough of this. Let's fund the Homeland Security, especially in the time of where we are right now.
That makes common sense, Kevin. Where are their heads? I don't understand. I know a lot of Democrats in my time, and it seems like this is a new crop of Democrats. Are these the Democratic socialists that are having undue influence on the normal Democrats?
I truly believe that. The Democrats of old would never continue to put this on. And you know what? Just like everybody else during the time, when America is at a war or a battle like this, America normally unites. I've never seen somebody seem like they're playing for the Iranians. I didn't see them complain about the 26,000 bombs that Obama dropped and others, but now somehow they want to try to stop and hurt the men and women in battle right now. That's such a mistake.
Yeah, definitely. Kevin, before we let you go, big primary day today, especially in Texas. Fill us in at what's at stake and where you think it's going to go.
This is a very important primary because you've got to watch in Texas the Senate race. Look, the House is really in jeopardy about losing control. The Senate, if we end up, John Cornyn's running for re-election, okay? And he's in a tight race, probably going to end up with a runoff. You've got another Republican in there, Paxton, that's been polling pretty well, the Attorney General. He had actually been impeached as well. Then you got the Democrats. You got Crockett versus another young Democrat running. If the other Democrat wins and Paxton wins, now Republicans are going to have to spend millions of dollars in Texas. And when you spend millions of dollars in Texas and on a safe seat trying to keep it, that means the seats in Maine, in Alaska, maybe even in Ohio, we're going to have to spend, in Georgia. It could put the majority of the Senate in play. And so I'm really watching there. They had redistricted the lines in Texas. Look for Al Green, who always, a Democrat, disrupts in Texas. He's in a real race, could lose his primary. Watch there, Crenshaw and others, and see how the turnout is tonight.
Well, that is something. And I mean, I don't think the people from the rest of the country know as much about that Texas race that was tonight as anybody. I mean, yesterday I had a visit from New Jersey mayor that's running for Congress in Cheryl's seat, and
yep.
And and I said you have to work extra hard because Jack Ciattarelli lost by 14 points in New Jersey.
Yep, I'll tell you, it's a different play right now. And if Republicans ending up have to spend millions of dollars in Texas on a Senate race, it means there's less to be competitive in other ones, and could really put the majority in play.
Well, thank you so much, Kevin McCarthy. Thank you so much for coming on this Tuesday night. And I worry about our country, and I can't believe that the American people don't realize that, some of them at least, don't realize what the heck is going on in our country. And let's pray for America.
Let's do it.
Great discussion. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
Listen to this podcast now on the Red Apple Podcast Network. The Leadership Thread with Dr. Peggy Polonis.
I'm Dr. Peggy Polonis. Join me on each episode where I unravel the story that shaped leaders, tracing the thread that led them where they are today. Because leadership isn't born in adulthood. And thank you once again for joining us on the Leadership Thread, education, ethics, and sustainability.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.